Hello Scorpio, this is Ashley. We're going to be doing your reading for the middle of September. We're going to look at a strength, a challenge, and then an outcome. We're going to do a 9-card spread, and then we will try to get as much detail as possible. If this is not your reading, be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placements to get a full picture of what might be happening for you in the middle of September. We have had some interesting readings so far, so let's see what's coming in for Scorpio. You have a Star, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. The Hermit, the Nine of Swords, and the Three of Cups. And we have the Page of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. Now with the Nine of Swords as your center card, we are looking at some stress, perhaps some sleepless nights, kind of just like mental torture churning going on. At the bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Swords, so a new beginning could also be some sort of communication of truth that is coming into play in this reading. So we'll kind of see how that comes up. So in your strength position, we have a deep breath. It's the number 7 Oracle card from the Oracle of the 7 Energies. And it really kind of talks about taking a deep breath because we're in a state of fear. Kind of see like this Zen-like statue here. And it's interesting, we've got some flowers here and some of them have bloomed, some of them haven't bloomed yet, and then we have one that has bloomed enough that the petals are falling off. And so it's kind of like this cycle, the death rebirth cycle. And in the strength position, it could very well be that you have been doing some work to face your fears and heal some of those types of kind of survival-like fears that come up. Because in this depiction of the Hermit, he is holding the lantern and lighting his pathway and seeing this serpent. So it's like using the star, which is what's in his lantern, and you have it here as well. Using the star to see in the dark, to face fears. And I feel like you've been learning a lot about yourself as a result of this kind of deep dive that you've taken into healing, things that are in your shadow. What's interesting here, I'm noticing we have the star and we have a blue jay in the bottom of the card. And then on the page of Swords, we have bluebirds sitting on his sword. Could be blue jays. So I don't know if that is symbolic to you. You might want to look up the symbolism of the blue jay. All I know about them is that they're pretty and they're very territorial. So I'm not much help in that department, but I just happened to notice that on both of those. Alright, let's get some more details here. What's the star doing here? Aquarius energy. We have the Six of Wands. And the Page of Pentacles. The Hermit, that's Virgo energy. We have the Seven of Cups. And the Page of Swords again. And with the Page of Swords, we're getting the Four of Swords and the Two of Cups. I really feel like what's happening here is you're facing your fears and recognizing and learning that most of these fears that you are seeing within yourself, you're able to conquer. And you're seeing, upon conquering them, that they are just illusions. They're not real. And I feel like you're putting yourself in a really positive position. Now, we do have the Two of Cups showing up here. I do feel like on some level, you and your higher self are coming together with all this healing that's going on. It's like you're getting closer to that higher aspect of yourself. I mean, the Two of Cups can also be a love interest, right? A connection, a soul connection, but it can just talk about you and your higher self. Like the higher consciousness aspect of you is helping to pull you out of, you know, worldly fears and you know, let's face it, as humans, we have a lot of those. But this is showing up as your strength for the middle of September. It's like facing fear, taking a deep breath, relaxing, and really investigating those fears. We'll look at your challenge here in a minute, but it's interesting because your outcome is conquering fear. And so it could be that there is also a love relationship that is kind of putting you into fear. We'll kind of see how that plays out, because it looks like there's like this fear of heartbreak. So in the challenge position, we have the Sage. It says, be devoted and committed. And it's, you know, he's sitting next to a tree. He's got all these leaves around him. He's clearly like in a, I mean, he's writing on a leaf using a peacock feather. So it's like staying grounded and committed. And to me, what that feels like, as soon as I say that, that feels like that Virgo energy that's coming through with that new moon on September 6th that has just passed. We also have the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. And so it's like staying grounded and out of your head. And recognizing the resources that you have. And how interesting. He is holding a peacock feather, right? And the Queen of Pentacles here has a peacock. So when it comes to the peacock, you might also want to look that up along with the blue jay. But it's crazy, the animal totems coming through. But with the peacock, it's almost like kind of showing your stuff, you know? Like the peacock demonstrates to call in a mate. And so it's kind of like allowing a little bit of self promotion to shine, right? Let's see if that comes through any more clearly as we clarify here. What if we have the Knight of Pentacles? We had the Nine of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords. I do feel like perhaps you might be working for yourself and really taking some steps to build your own stability here in the face of fear, right? And it says be devoted and committed. So it's like taking those daily steps and that earth energy to keep the ball rolling, like not to get sidetracked, not to lose faith, and just using that earth energy to really take steps every single day towards that goal. Why is the Nine of Swords here? We have the Chariot and the Three of Cups. It's like a fear that this isn't going to work out. Worrying that you won't be victorious. Am I going to have something to celebrate? Or am I going to fail? Right? Let's get some more. Queen of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles. Could be worrying about your resources. Yep. And the High Priestess. So it could very well be that you are kind of going off on your own, working for yourself, either as an entrepreneur or, you know, kind of like a smaller partnership. But with that Seven of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, it does feel like it's probably like working for yourself. And there's some fears here about whether or not it's going to be successful. And I think that fear exists because, well, one, you want it to be successful. But also it could be like, is this going to make me some money so that I can live, right? So plenty of like root chakra type of fears. And it looks like you're handling the fears. And it's almost like perhaps you're handling those fears so well because you know you are manifesting your destiny. And so even though the human mind comes up and is like, oh, you're trusting that higher self connection and just taking the grounded steps. So I think that this month, or mid-month at least, you're going to have the most success when you just stay grounded and keep working. Because we do have the Six of Wands here. It's like victory. You're manifesting that victory. Let's look at this outcome. We have conquering fear. It says start today. And it's, you can see that this angel is like catching this woman. she has leaped off this cliff, like she's taken the leap like the Fool, right? Like the Fool card. And it talks about, like, even before you fall, someone will catch you. You will be caught. There's a safety net. And it's like learning to just face the fears and do it anyway. 3 of Swords, 3 of Cups, 2 of Wands. Fear of heartbreak. Will I be able to celebrate this? Which way is it going to go? Let's see what we get with these. Why the 3 of Swords? The Magician. And Temperance. I definitely think patience is going to be a factor here. But I think the fear is that, you know, am I creating my own broken heart by taking this risk, right? We have the 3 of Cups. We have the 4 of Wands. So celebration energy. And the King of Cups. That's really lovely. I think that the fact that you've maintained patience and continued to work through fear, and suddenly it's paying off. And is, not to mention, emotionally fulfilling. And I do feel like with the 2 of Cups, the High Priestess, and now the King of Cups, your intuition has been telling you the whole time that it's going to be fine. But until you can see it like actually playing out in the earthly realm, you know, you're just going on faith, right? 2 of Wands, the 6 of Cups, and the Empress. It feels like kind of like you've been gifted a new beginning, gifted a new abundant beginning because of the strength that you have had in conquering your own fears. And it's like things are expanding. It's just going to keep expanding. I'm going to get one more on that 2 of Wands. And getting out of the mental conflict. I think that you've grown past that. It's like when you conquer the fear and you do it anyway, you're not only rewarded and able to celebrate the outcome, but then that fear that was once there before is now like transformed into something less powerful because you've conquered it. So that feels really nice. It's like the pathway ahead won't ever be the same again because you've done it this time. And even if it didn't work out the next time, you've already conquered that fear. So that's really nice. I do feel like patience is going to play into this. So maintaining patience and knowing that you're capable of manifesting whatever you want. Look at that. 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So all that emotional fulfillment, celebration is coming. Especially with that Chariot there. So like it's a challenge to keep going on faith. Especially if you're worried about your own financial security and resources. But that looks really nice. I hope that was helpful. Be sure to check out the bonus love readings that I'm putting out for the fall. So those will be trickling out this week, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.